All right, what are you doing and why?
Well, making sure all my little tension wheels actually are turning versus skidding, because my rodders, the knot tails, are awfully short, and one of the first things the book says is string tension is typically the issue. So I'm trying to make sure my string tension is at least consistent and the right tension.
This looks like a completely confusing web of blue string.
It's just one thing times 6.
One thing times 6?
And then the other thing is all my little guides are very well worn, so I was trying to spin them. Like, see that giant
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the upper ones I could spin easy, and I've done it a couple times and get more mileage out of them.
So that's not just a locating groove, that's what happens when string runs through it 1,000 times?
This one, a lot of these seem to be really liking where they're at currently. So.
And that one has multi-grooves, but this one looks like it just has the one that it's resting in right now.
Oh, does somebody else look like it's already been spun?
Well, this one, yeah.
And probably at this point it would be easier to take the C-clip off and spin it, but keep thinking and just take it a second, or I mean it. I should be able to get a hold of that and spin it, but clearly I'm mistaken. I don't know that I'd ever get it back together either, though.
That one looks like it's been spun 180.
Oh, that's good. So it's possible.
Yeah, it is. If you know the magic recipe.
I have not figured out a better, efficient way of getting under the baler, so.
Yeah, that doesn't look very comfortable.
Oh, not a smart version thing.
And why is that one guide so much farther forward than the rest?
Because I've been monkeying with all the strings. So they're in different positions.
Got it. I learned so much when I ask all the questions.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold that I'd get that clip back on.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm refraining from taking it off.
And we don't have time right now to have this go down.
Usually I leave the adjustments till the second before I need it. So, worked last time.
It'll work again.
We'll find out. And then I'll try to remember, if nothing else this winter, I'll go through some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull those strings back. That was one learning. You leave slack in the bottom and they wrap around little spring tensions and stack themselves. So that's kind of cool.
Is that sarcasm I'm sensing?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
I don't even know if I put string in it. Nope. Who's too short? This guy.
In one of our videos that we're kind of glad we don't have any employees, so OSHA rules don't apply to us.
It was good to head it off at the past. Anybody who's going to say something wouldn't count.
I think our friends in Nebraska were saying something about there's just some things that are too sketchy to film.
Yeah, that's true too.
So we're out of orange, or it's on the other side?
There's, one orange string on the top other side. I don't know why I carry around extras like we're so big that I'm going to be out somewhere and not have string.
If it's meant to hold 50 things, you should put 50 things in it.
Well, it's similar to me forgetting to do things like previously this weekend. If I forget to put string in, at least it's there. So.
That's true. I feel like you've had to do stuff in the field.
Well, yeah, I've never run out of string though.
Oh.
Because Because luckily that is one of the few things I remember to do. Ow.
You remembered to fill it this time.
I did.
Yeah, so it's ready for next
For
time.
a couple times now. See, it's those dudes that are super low.
Mm.
So top strings, neither side needed any. Bottom strings that go double the distance.
Okay.
Because all across the bottom and the two.
Oh,
both
okay.
2 foot sides.
Okay.
But still, a lot further. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're out of orange. I had to carry a spare orange. Which I should probably get rid of because I don't like. I feel like they may have been more inconsistent than all blue seems to be pretty. I say that. I've started missing nods this year.
So orange is what it came with?
Pink, orange, and
The tiny tails?
yeah, that is not bad. A little short, really short,
Because it's gone.
and
Almost non-existent. Yeah. Yeah, that one really wants to untie itself. This one did untie itself. I don't know what that's a part of.
not both missing at the same time so far.
That's true. Why are there these little chunks of...
That's the wonders of a double knotter. I'll send you Chrome's video of it.
Okay.
Their new knotters don't do that.
Well, that doesn't do us any good.
We need a new baling.
We just got this one. Because I feel like there's something we need before we get a new baler.
I'm just now remembering, whatever the words are. I was looking to see where in this next bale I was, because little balers have a arm that goes up and trips. No, it's all good.
Oh. It'll be a surprise.
Well, it looks like it should be tying any moment. But the tails thing, these two are fine. So I wonder, was it, I don't know. I'll run through his little wheels and replace string. I might tighten the tension on those like one little turn.
Okay.
See if we miss as many as we do or not.
Okay.
The catch is I don't know which ones to do it on. 4 is the only one on this bale that looks bad. On the one that popped.
Yeah, 2, 3, and kind of 4 are iffy.
Alright.
Okay. And since I can't see anything up there, we'll just leave it here unless something awesome happens, and then we'll fill you in. So stay tuned. So this is what happens when Sam gets up to bale and the alternator on the blue tractor goes out. The big pivot is baled. The gap between the pivots is not, and the little pivot is not. It was a little bit too wet for him to probably bale the other night anyway. So that would have been Monday night. And then all day, well, not all day yesterday, but most of the morning yesterday it rained. I think we ended up getting about 1/4 of an inch total. So these bales got rained on. All of the hay that's been raked between the pivots and the little pivot got rained on. And then even though the sun came out yesterday, it was still so humid that the hay wouldn't dry. When we got up this morning at 5:30, it was about 85% humidity. And right now it's almost noon, and I think we're down to about 46% humidity. So while the sun is shining, it is so humid that I don't know if the hay is actually drying or not. So I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if we're going to have to re-rake the little pivot. I almost wonder if it would be better and take what's on the top and put it back on the bottom. Luckily, because everything was moist enough when I raked the first time, no leaves came off, almost at all. So re-raking may be okay. I thought when I raked that the ground was going to be warm enough and dry enough, but because there was some humidity overnight, the ground itself was also a little bit wet. So it not only was getting the humidity from the air, but it was soaking up some humidity from the ground. So between swathers, coolant hose, whatever thing that was that broke, and then running it out of gas, and the alternator breaking, and a rainstorm, I think we've marked a lot of the things that we don't want to have happen again off of our to-do list for this cutting. It seems like the third cutting last year was the one that we had all the problems with, between a lot of wind and rain and things. So could be worse, but it also could be better. Hopefully not all of our third cuttings are cursed and we have to deal with things like this, but we're just waiting for some less moist weather, and then we'll proceed, and I will let you know what the plan is when we know what the plan is. So stay tuned. And here we are again. So let's see, when I was recording earlier, I think the humidity was 46% or something like that. It's about 4:30 and we're down to 25% with 95 degrees. So we are anticipating, hoping that I will be able to re-rake the little pivot and between the pivots tomorrow morning, not have to like get up at dark 30, but just our normal workday wake up time, and then get out. And it should take maybe a couple hours. Our weather station thing shows a potential for a thunderstorm tomorrow between like 3 or 4. But the weather for Ontario and Weiser don't show anything. So sometimes our little system station is more optimistic about precipitation than the others, but sometimes it's right and the others are wrong. So we were able to take the alternator off the blue tractor yesterday, run it into town to this super cool guy named Norm, who's fixed the alternator on the loader, and he was able to tear it apart, fix it, and get it back to us. I think we took it to him around noon, maybe a little bit before, and I went and picked it up at 4. So I hope everybody has a Norm in their town that they can take things like that to, that just know their stuff and can work on things and fix things. And it was cheaper than we could have bought a refurbished one online. So we are incredibly grateful for Norm. And so I'll be raking, and hopefully Sam will be baling tomorrow or the next day. So fingers crossed, no big storms, no weather, not too much humidity. The hay has dried now enough, and we can rake and bale tomorrow, or like I said, the next day, and then get this cutting off the field. I don't know why. Oh, cracks me up. I think she lives in that trailer. I see her jump up in there all the time, but she looks kind of hot. I wish she would come down and get some water, but just sitting up there talking. So anyway, I will not pet her because she likes to bring out her murder mittens and show them to me. So I will just say hi from here and leave it at that. So stay tuned. Well, I did not get to rake again today. When we checked the hay last night, everything was dry except for the very kind of bottom outer edges of the swell down there on the little pivot. So Sam got up, can't remember if it was around 11 or 12 last night, and baled everything but those 2 or 3 rows down there, and some of the cleanup, like the rows like this, where I rake 2 or 3 into 2, or I try to rake 3 into 2, but some of it obviously gets missed. So he's hoping that'll be like a quick half hour after work, and then we just need to get them off the field. We've talked a little bit about maybe stacking them down at the bottom by the mailbox with some gaps in between them to kind of help them dry out a little bit, because when we were checking last night, the top, I don't know, whatever that much is, was still wetter than we would have liked. And so if we take a bale that's been sitting on the wet ground, so the bottom of it's kind of wet, and put it on top of a bale that the top's kind of wet, that probably doesn't make for a very good recipe between those 2 bales. So if we put some gaps in between them, then we're hoping that everything will dry out, and hopefully we can get it all delivered fairly quickly and get the water turned back on so we can start working on 4th. So definitely some different situations with this 3rd cutting, but it's, like I said, all but that little bit is baled, so that makes me feel better. So just got to get it off the field. And I think Sam said on the bale counter there were 40 bales on the big pivot and 44 or so on the little pivot, so only about 84 bales total. We'll see again once we get them all off the field. That's how many times the baler tied, not necessarily how many times a bale came out of the baler. So there might be a couple still in the baler, or there might be a couple that were in there from the 2nd cut. I don't know. Anyway, it's not exact, but around 84, which is a pretty light cutting, which we figured it would be just when we saw the hay as we were cutting it. So we knew it wasn't going to be super thick, and then the rain didn't help, but at least it didn't all blow away. So could have been worse. The final count, I think we ended up with 84 bales from the 3rd cutting, which was 0.8 tons per acre, which are very good. But for the week that we had with no sun and cooler temperatures and then the little bit of rain, it's better than nothing. So we'll take it. And I think we want to get to 4 or 5. So yeah, but like I said, we're hoping, we'll just keep hoping. 3rd cutting in the books. If anything new or exciting happens, I'll definitely keep you updated. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.